Good morning, everybody, from Tupelo, Mississippi. We're here in downtown Tupelo. We're going to be checking out the Elvis's birthplace today. Starting off, though, we're here at the Homecoming Statue. Steph, show them. Look at that. So see Steph's hand right there? That's what you would do at the concerts from Elvis. That's how this is positioned here. That's pretty cool. So we're going to show you a little bit more of this, a little more information about this. There's a mural or two down the street from here. And then we're going to head over to the birthplace of Elvis. There's a church, a school, and a or his childhood home there as well. So looking forward to it. Our first time in Tupelo. It's a pretty cool town already. So that being said, let's check out some Elvis things. Right as you're coming up to the Homecoming Statue, there's some information right here. Elvis Presley in Tupelo. I'll kind of hold it over each section just so you can pause it there and read more about it. But a lot of good information here. Look at there. Elvis third from left after his performance at the Mississippi Alabama Fair and Dairy Show here in 1945. Wow.
So this statue depicts the famous photograph known as the Hands, shot in 1956.
Right, and look at that, the Homecoming concert, September 26, 1956. That's what he played in the afternoon, the evening show there. And here's some information over here as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Come see us right there. Bill Beckwith. That's an awesome photo right there. And the statue depicts it perfectly. So we'll walk over to the statue, but this is so cool. And there is the statue. You got all these cool little bricks here. These are all like in memories of people or different things like that, or different Elvis things. So it looks like you may buy a brick here. Look at that. That is a really cool statue. Gonna show over your hand, Steph? Look at there. So if you're at a concert, that's what you'd be doing right there. Oh, there we go. That's so cool. They got a little fountain over there. The courthouse or city hall is right over there, but here's that view. Right there. The famous Elvis Presley. And then just down the street there, behind those two American flags, is a mural down there we're going to look at, a Tupelo mural. And then we'll actually head over to the main childhood home and everything else. So just down the hill there, about a mile, is the statue we were just at. Where are we at now, Steph?
We are on Main Street, but I want you to focus on this guitar.
The guitar here. Downtown Tupelo. So about a mile on the street. Look at this. Elvis, Love Me Tender, Sun Records. That's a great photo op spot right there.
We have a mural across the street.
And yeah, look at that right over there. There's a mural right there of Elvis. Then we'll zoom back out real quick. Reed's is over there. There's a hardware store right over here. We'll finish zooming back out there real quick, and then look at this right here.
This is the Tupelo hardware store. It says in 1946, Elvis's mother Gladys brought him here to buy a bicycle. Once they arrived, a .22 caliber rifle caught his eye, and he asked to buy it instead. Huh.
That's cool.
Let's see.
$7.90.
Forrest Bobo, a longtime employee of the Tupelo hardware store, sold the guitar to the young Elvis for $7.90.
That's cool. And this window right here has got a Elvis Presley there.
Oh, they
and there's the roots of Elvis Presley on so here. They did what, babe?
They compromised on buying a guitar, not a gun.
Okay, cool.
For $7.90.
That's awesome. That's right here. And down here says Elvis Presley Monument Plaque provided by Tupelo Convention and Visitors Bureau, May 25th, 2002. We're in Tupelo. Steph, where are we at? Tupelo!
You almost had a collision there, buddy.
What do you smell, though?
I don't know. It smells amazing.
Yeah, something here. Oh, okay, this whole town is cool, y'all. So we're going to walk up here and show you this mural real quick, but look over here. There's another Tupelo, or another Elvis mural right there. And there's one right here, looks like Jailhouse rock right here behind us. I want to show you these real quick, but every time you turn around down here, there's something. And if you have a night deposit, they got you taken care of as well. What you couldn't see is I'm spinning around like this, and Steph's trying to follow me. Follow me around. Let's go check out the rest of the Elvis stuff. And here's the Jailhouse rock mural. Look at that. The classic Elvis pose there and everything. That is so neat. We're going to work our way across the street here in a minute to look at the other one we just showed you, or showed you a peek of. With the guitar right here. 30 years in Tupelo. Oh, there's the pink Cadillac right there. There's another Cadillac there. Elvis Presley Caddy. These are cool. This whole town is really nice. Whatever we're smelling, this is still going on. It's like it smells fantastic.
I wish smell-o-vision was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
This place right here. Deli and Grill?
Maybe. But it definitely smells like grilly.
Really?
Grilly. Look at the little skeleton in the window right there. Amsterdam Deli and Grill. Amsterdam.
You said Graham.
Oh. And then over here is a Tupelo mural for the town. So we'll, oh, that's cool. Thomas K. Drugs. But the Thomas Drugs south of, or north of Nashville has some fantastic burgers and everything. And it's like a pharmacy. We'll walk over here real quick and show you this. And this doesn't look to be Elvis related that I can see yet, which is the cool Tupelo mural right here. Tupelo, Mississippi, the downtown area. They got a bunch of cool little things inside the letters there and everything. Another guitar. We've crossed the road now, so there's that little drugstore. That was the Tupelo mural over there. But here's the next guitar right here we found. Elvis Festival right there. Another guitar. We're assuming Burning Love, maybe? Got the hearts inside the fire and the flames there. And there's that Amsterdam place that smelled fantastic. Wow, I think it smelled so good. Look at this, y'all. The hair company, an old barber shop here. Oh, this is cool. Tupelo, Mississippi t-shirts in there. The Cradle of Rock and Roll, Tupelo, Mississippi. Tupelo welcomes Elvis Presley. Oh, that's cool. Look at this old chair in here as well. This is inside Reed's. That's the Reed's store right there. That's a really cool chair right there. Next to the barber shop is the Cradle of Rock and Roll, Tupelo, Mississippi. A little photo op back here. Elvis Presley on stage. And it's got the store name there, Reed's. That's all right. Way down. That one's like also kind of 3D-ish looking. It kind of pops out, you see? That's interesting. I've never seen a mural with like a little pop out. It's kind of in this alleyway right here. Right there's the little barber shop we just saw. But another little spot to get a photo here. Well, we've made our way around back to the very first mural. I love this one right here. The colors and everything just really pops on this mural right here. Look at that.
It's a handsome fella.
Handsome Elvis Presley. That's really cool. This one again is back where we started. So just about a mile, or even I think it's a 0.1 mile, I think is officially to where the Elvis Presley Homecoming Statue is. But next up, I think, is the birthplace, right?
Yeah.
Childhood home and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So head over there. We have made it over to the Elvis Presley Birthplace now. Cool car behind us. We're heading inside. I believe it was $20 a person for all three. Kids and seniors are a little bit cheaper. And this place looks awesome already. We just drove up and it looks really cool. So we're going to start showing you as much as we can here. There's some parts you can or can't film, but we'll show you everything that we possibly can. We haven't even made it inside the museum yet, but Memphis bound.
What does it say? Only 100 miles in the mirror will separate Elvis from his 3-room birthplace and the security of his $1 million Memphis mansion.
That's the birthplace right there. There's a little bit more information if you want to pause it there. And also here's a letter here you can read as well. And so this car behind us, I believe, is like a car they would have drove from here to Memphis in, I believe, right, Steph? That's a beautiful Plymouth right there. It's really nice. Yeah, I think it's on this letter here. There's a 1937 Plymouth that's been reported as a 1930 Plymouth as well. But this is the car that the Presleys owned and used to move from Tupelo to Memphis on November 6, 1948. We're inside the museum now. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. We won't show you everything because I do have a no photo policy here. So I said we could film a few clips real quick. I just want to show you real quick what it looks like, and then we'll kind of hush and then just show it to you real quick so we're not disturbing anybody else. But here's a quick look around it. And we're going to take our time and go through it. We just want to show it to you, and they said we could film a few clips real quick. Just going to walk you through the rest of the museum real quick, just to show you quickly what you can see, but it's well worth coming down here to go through and take your time and see everything. It talks about right there about how he got his hairstyle, his cape, and TCB. That shows the Captain Marvel comics right there. That's pretty cool. Looks just like him. That was the museum, and what a cool museum. It's not very big, but it's just the right size. It's a really cool museum. They give these little cards here, and they tear off each little section as you go along, so you've already done the museum. And the only place you can't film or really take pictures here is inside the museum area. That's why we're only able to show you just those quick clips just to give you a glimpse of it, but we weren't allowed to actually film all the details and everything. But as an awesome museum. And we're over the childhood birthplace home and the church and everything else now, but just the museum alone is worth it. This is pretty cool. The Walk of Life, the stored concrete circle, contains granite blocks denoting each year of Elvis's life from the 1935 birth block at the front of the birthplace to the complete circle in 1977. That's these little blocks you see right here. So there's like 1955, for example, and it goes around the whole thing. There's the home stuff. That is so cool looking. His house in Memphis is so much bigger. And we'll go inside here and show you everything. Look at that. Look at it right there.
Oh, look, it has notes about what happened in these years, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
So
1948.
1948, they moved to Memphis.
Seeking a better living. 47.
We're going the wrong direction. We're going backwards.
That was began listening to black gospel music. And this just goes on the whole way around, too. That's really interesting. And here's a sign right here about the birthplace of Elvis Presley. Elvis Aaron Presley was born January 8th, 1935 in this house built by his father. The hammer that they used to build this house is actually inside the museum. So Presley's career as a singer and entertainer redefined American popular music. He died August 16, 1977 at Memphis, Tennessee. In 1943, his family reported income of $1,232.88 and paid $12.56 of income tax. I know inflation and things have changed, but like taxes are still way higher than that. And so like I said, these go all the way around. This is pretty cool. And here's how it looks in the front right here. There's that sign right there. That's a good little shot right there. If you look at it, you can see the sign. That's cool right there.
Okay, so the house was built by Elvis's father, Vernon, in 1934. Vernon had to borrow $180 from his boss at the time for the materials to build the house, and then he built it here. So this is the original location of the house, and we have never moved it at all. Elvis and his twin brother Jesse were born in this room in 1935, but Jesse was stillborn, and so Elvis was the only child that Vernon and Gladys Presley had. They were only able to actually live in the house for 4 years, and that's because Vernon was sent to prison for around 8 months for forging a check. So he had no way to try to pay back the money that he borrowed for the house, and then Gladys was here on her own, and she was unable to afford the house either, and so it was then repossessed. Elvis at the time was only around 3, so he's about the same age as he was in this photo that's right up here when they had to move from this house. They sold pretty much everything they had when they moved, and so that means the furnishings that you see throughout the house now are not entirely original. Most of what's in here was just donated, but everything is still from the same time period they lived here, so it's all very similar to the things that they used to have. Vernon also came back to the house later when we opened in the 70s, and he explained how they used to actually have their furniture set up in here and the way that everything was arranged, so that way the house would still look as close to how it used to as possible. And then the only things in the house now that are still original is the fireplace in here. And then when you guys go over here to the kitchen, both the stove and the icebox in there are still original too.
Back in the second room of the house now, there's the original stove and the original icebox is back here as well.
Wonder if-
Looks
is
like
this,
them
I guess it's
wallpaper
original.
seals,
Yeah, I wonder if this was original wallpaper. Is this the original wallpaper?
There's the high chair there. That's so cool. That's where they ate at. And it's hard to believe that we're in the childhood home of the great Elvis Presley. I can't believe that Elvis Presley's childhood home is right there behind us. I also can't believe we were just inside of it. We've been to Graceland before YouTube, and we'll plan to go back to film that. But it's just even more special to be in the birthplace home. It's so neat that that's the original home.
That's where he was
And
born.
you know, she said they had newspaper on the wall. So one part that we cut out, or we didn't cut out, we stopped filming before, and then she started talking about that. So the wallpapers there was the owners after, the people that moved in after, she said. But originally had newspaper on the wall. But
Yeah, the Presleys, the newspaper on the wall.
yeah, but same original location, everything was
And
right
that's
there.
cool that I didn't know his dad came back after they purchased it and told
That's
them
cool.
how the furniture was
Yeah,
arranged.
and I mentioned
That's
also
really
in the
neat.
museum that claw, the hammer that
Yeah.
he used to build the home
Yeah.
is inside the museum right back there. That's
Yeah,
that's pretty
really
cool. Right outside of the house is the birthplace sign here. So Elvis Presley Birthplace. A lot of information right there. I'll hold it here for a second. You can also pause it. That tells you everything about the place here, and the little logo up there is the house. That's cool with the red paint and everything. That'd be cool if they put it back to that red paint. That's like the original. That'd be really cool. We're heading to the rest of the areas now. I just want to show you this one photo here with nobody in front of it. Look at that. It's a postcard photo right there of the birthplace of Elvis Presley. There's a fountain up there and a statue we're coming across. A couple more placards as well. It's just beautiful. It's almost like gardens. Kind of reminds me of like a Cheekwood a little bit. How beautiful it is out here, and trees and everything. Just really peaceful out here. Next up is this really cool statue, Elvis at 13 years old.
They moved to Memphis when he was 13, I think.
Was it? Was that?
Yeah.
There's been so much history that I can't remember everything. Look at that. Great statue again. His guitar there and everything. That's just really, really cool. Like I've said cool 1,000 times in this video, but that's what this place is, isn't it? Everything here is just cool. We're just going to walk right over to this sign right here. Elvis Country, Mississippi Music Trail. Raised on country here in Tupelo. First introduced as the Hillbilly Cat. Then by RCA Victor as the hottest new name in country music. Elvis Presley's revolutionary musical mix has always had country as a key ingredient. There's a little more to read right there. Mississippi Blues Commission. Elvis Presley and the Blues. Elvis Presley revolutionized popular music by blending the blues he first heard as a youth in Tupelo with country, pop, and gospel. Many of the first songs Elvis recorded for the Sun label in Memphis were covers of earlier blues recordings by African Americans, and they continued to incorporate blues into records and live performances for the remainder of his career. Here's Elvis Presley's childhood church. There's a lot of information about it here.
Pentecostal, huh? I attended a Pentecostal church service where Elvis first fell in love with gospel music.
There's a 15-minute production that takes you back to a typical evening service in the 1940s. Wow. Looks like all those little churches you see just kind of scattered across old small towns and everything. Assembly of God Church, you are welcome.
Elvis loved church. He loved everything about it. Now, this is Assembly of God, which is one of those Pentecostal, under the umbrella of Pentecostal denominations. And Elvis loved everything about it. Those services, those people have a really good time in church. You know, back in the 30s and 40s when Elvis was coming along, life was hard for these people during the Depression. And, you know, sometimes there was not food on the table. His pastor, Brother Frank Smith, was a great mentor to Elvis in every aspect of his life. Now, of course, that included his faith, but it also included his music. The pastor encouraged Elvis to gain his confidence as a singer. It was Brother Frank Smith that got Elvis to the point that he could sing solos. Thank you, Brother Smith. And Elvis sang his very first solo in this building when he was 8 years old. Our program will be a reenactment, partly a reenactment of that event, and then the surrounding service of that day. But Elvis loved church, and his pastor was just a great mentor to Elvis. Life was hard for Elvis and all the kids and all the people during that time, and church was a major part of their lives.
There's the piano here. It's not original, but it's like the same type piano they would have back in the days. There's a piece of the floor, but it's original.
Really bad idea. Put the thermostat inside the cage.
That's all hot there. And here's the original pulpit right here. There's a little plaque talks more about it. But that is the original pulpit right there from the church. And I see it to this today.
I'm sorry?
It's a beautiful church in here. There's a piece of the floor right here. There's a piece of the original floor where Elvis may have stood on. There's the screens right there. 2 screens there, and a screen comes in from back here. And you get to see a really cool production. But there's a look at the pulpit right there. This is the Elvis Presley Memorial Chapel. And outside, it's mosaic, but it's got that stained glass look to it. That's just really cool out here how they did this. When you walk in this church here, it just has that wow factor. All the stained glass there. Wow. And Steph corrected me, it's a chapel, not a church. But the chapel here is amazing. Look at the pews here. There's that stained glass outside, you can see all the way inside. That's cool. It looks like it was on concrete, but it's not. This chapel is dedicated in memory of Elvis Aaron Presley. The Fountain of Life. This water feature illustrates the years of Elvis's life, representing the traits of humility and generosity flowing together to form a complete circle. 1935 birth, followed in 1948 in Memphis. And on the side here, 1977, very sadly, his death. This is a beautiful fountain. I love how they did this here. We made it to the top of the hill. A lot of stairs getting up here. There's also wheelchair accessible too. So there's ramps. You can also walk on if you don't want to take the stairs. But right back here, there's Elvis as a child, and then Elvis, as we all know and remember him the most, in the background back there. That's a really cool setup right there. Look at that. So much detail in there. This is Elvis at 11. I'll read all this, but I'll kind of hold it there for a second so you can see it. Becoming. Oh, there's so much good information in here. The 2 bronze statues before you share one name, Becoming. The transformation of Elvis from boy to Elvis the Entertainer. And there he is, Elvis the Entertainer. Heartbreak Hotel was his first #1 single, recording in 1956. 18 number one hits, 38 top 10 hits, 85 top 30 hits, and 80 weeks at #1. It's just so beautiful up here. And look back at the statues right there. Just outside the gift shop, they have a whole theater back here. Welcome fans. Now showing early Elvis and Tupelo. It's a free show as well. Statue right there. And there you go. Last show at 3 every half hour. Here's a look inside the theater. It's really nice in here. Lots of seating. You got like a brand new smell in here. And there's a little bit of a clip of the movie there. I won't show you more of it just for I guess copyright reasons, but it's just a nice theater. I can see Stephanie showing the chairs.
I'm trying to see how to walk. It's so dark.
Look at those chairs. They're like full-on movie theater chairs and everything. This is a really nice theater in here. Coming out of the theater, heading to the gift shop. We got the seating out here. Let's look back at the theater we just came out of. And there's the outside area. At some point you can buy drinks and things like that here. They have memorabilia all throughout the whole hallway here. That Love Me Tender poster is really nice. I'm just gonna show you both sides quickly. So much neat stuff. Look at that, the game. Oh, that's cool. We need to find a copy of that, don't we?
Yeah.
That'd be hard to find.
Elvis Presley game, questions and penalties.
That'd be hard to find,
How
probably.
many of those your mama knew?
All of them. My mom is a huge Elvis Presley fan. And she actually went to see Elvis Presley in concert at MTSU in Middle Tennessee. There's the scrapbook right there. glass little window right here. And then right at the gift shop from the theater we just came from. Look at that photo op right there. Hanging out at the birthplace. They have all kinds of magnets here. I like this one a lot. I like the Jack Daniels kind of look to it. I like that.
Was that 47 or whatever when they moved?
Oh, that's awesome. And what's right here behind you, Steph? Right over here. I love Elvis stone for the garden.
I mean, no offense, but I mean,
Oh, that's really cool. Much more of those ducks right there. It's a really nice gift shop in here. Tons and tons of t-shirts. I like that yellow one right there. It's definitely the flyer for the show. Got the TCV.
I like the one with the purple on it though. The different Elvis faces.
Oh, that's really nice. The pink one's nice too, isn't it?
I don't wear pink.
Oh, the Jailhouse rock one, the white one. That's neat.
Yeah.
We got a couple of hats here, some records. Look at that. The classic Elvis glasses you can get here. Yeah, fanny packs and backpacks here. They also have CDs over here as well. All these clocks here. My grandmother used to have the one, the plaid shirt right there. All the dancing clocks and the regular clocks there, and all these signs over here. Elvis fans only parking. Thank you very much. I do a terrible impression of that, for sure. So that was the birthplace of Elvis Presley. Highly recommend going downtown first, like we did, and seeing the statue of him kind of reaching out like in the audience. That was cool. And just walk the downtown area. There's probably some that we missed, but those murals and everything were pretty awesome. And all the little guitars were awesome as well. Got me a new shirt. So remember that yellow one inside that we showed you on the back that had like that little little flyer for Elvis. So it's the Elvis Birthplace shirt. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I just say highly recommend this place. It was really cool. $20 a piece, and you get everything included. I think you can go down to as low as $10 for a few attractions, or for one attraction, but you get all three for 20 bucks. The church, you couldn't film the presentation inside, but that was pretty cool. You have screens on three sides of you, and it feels like you're actually in church. And you get to see a young Elvis Presley. It's an actor that looked like Elvis Presley doing the presentation on the screen and stuff. It's all filmed, and then that's copyrighted. That was really cool to see the church and everything. That pulpit was original. It's like a runs of Cheekwood out here, kind of. Not as many flowers, of course, but just lots of beautiful trees, flowers, fountains. It's just really cool out here. And then the reflecting pool was really cool. All the statues are awesome, and yeah, just highly recommend a cool gift shop here. The museum is a little bit smaller than like what you expected, like the museum in at Graceland. But it's a really cool museum, and it has a lot of cool, interesting things in there. And then also the birthplace was amazing. Cool to see that. They have the second chapel there on site, and just the placards and the statues. And then they have that big theater in the back. It's a really nice theater back there past the gift shop, past that little wall, like where the restrooms are, on that little walkway. You can see all the little displays there, and then go in that theater. We're the only ones in the theater, and it's a 30-minute show, I believe it was. But that was really cool. You know, a whole lot more to say. I mean, it's just awesome. Well worth the money. Really cool to see. They've got a lot of land here, so I hope they keep expanding it over the years. But yeah, come out to Tupelo, check it out. We'll have a video up on Connie's as well. Connie's Chicken in Tupelo, so give that a try. That's a great lunch or dinner spot or breakfast spot with the best donuts you'll have your entire life. So check out that video. It should already be out, or maybe out soon. But yeah, Tupelo is awesome. So with that being said, the nerds are
out.